Good morning, I'm Mark with Earthworks. This is Tom and Debbie. My neighbor, Marin Flint, she's a teacher at Episcopal. She works with Debbie, and Debbie had mentioned to her that she really needed to redo her front yard. And Marin said, hey, you need to talk to Earthworks. Those guys will really hook you up. So they called us out. I think they had spoken to a few other companies, but fortunately, we were able to put together a really nice design. If you look at the before and after, we just completely changed this yard. There used to be a walkway over here, just a straight walkway. Out there by the road, they had a concrete pad that they hated. In fact, they said cars would come down the road and break down and pull up on their concrete pad. They'd just come out some days and find a car in their yard. Anyway, we got rid of all that, so now we have grass. We got this new walkway. She had requested a linear walkway, and I came back and said, why don't we curve it? Give it some nice curvature coming up to the front, and it came out just great. We also did some drainage here. They've got this gutter up here that comes down, and on the slope, we were really concerned about erosion. So we ran that guy into the ground, came back out here in the grass, and here's our 12-inch box where it comes up and bubbles out in the grass. That way we won't have the erosion, and we took care of that problem. Plus it protects our plants, keeps them from getting too wet or getting washed out and the mulch washing out and what have you. So much better way to do it. So just to kind of point out everything we did here, this project, once we tore it out, was nothing but dirt. We came in, we graded it, we added more dirt. We put in the irrigation system. They had no irrigation. Came in, did the hardscape, added the sidewalk, added the walkway, the wall, then came in and did all the landscaping. In the process of tearing this stuff out, they had a lot of old bushes, stumps. We were tearing the bushes out, and right about here, they ran into a huge stump. I came out one day to see this thing sitting out by the road that looked like a Volkswagen, and it was a stump. Thought that was it. We get up by the front door, pretty close to where that Robolini is. There was a second stump, and so we ended up having two stumps that were just massive. Took two machines to get the stumps out, both an excavator and a cat track machine, and they were working at it. As you can see, we're on a pretty hard slope here. It goes down to the bottom by the driveway, much taller on the left side than the right side. So we tried to compensate for that with the landscape, and what we did was over here on this side, we put a small Robolini, and then in the middle of the house here where it's much taller, we put a bigger Robolini, and then we finished it off with the queen palms over here in the corner to really give it some height. Those queen palms are 16 to 18 feet, and you can see they're just topping out near the top of the house. The other thing we did is, if you look at the bushes up in here, we've got 3-gallon podocarpus from here to the right corner, and then as we get down this way, we step up to the 7-gallon podocarpus. And we've got some grasses in the back. Those will get bigger. Tried to do a mix of colors. We got some blues, we got some yellow, and then that cardboard palm there in the middle will come up and make a nice focal. So they had a wall here before that just looked terrible. We were gonna try and repair it, possibly put a cap on it, and we ended up just going ahead and tearing it out and putting in a new wall, and it came up just much better. It just gives it such a nice finished look, and we're just really thrilled with it. They even had a concrete wall around that pindo palm out there. Hard to see, but we've got some fire bushes in there. When those fire bush grow up, they're going to have some nice orange and yellow and orange and red that will bring in the hummingbird. Also, one other thing, we added metal edging to it. So they didn't want to have to worry about edging the grass. So we came back, it was an add-on, and we added the metal edging. It just made the curves really nice. It'll also help with this slope and kind of keeping everything retained. We like to do total projects. Call us up at Earthworks. We can do everything for you. We can take that dirt project and make it into a beautiful dream.